It was just busy. Others were leaving, others were coming in. And after some time, as I was going to the vehicle, the car keys were not with me. I went back inside to Kwabini. I asked Kwabini, where are the car keys?
Just a minute. Yes.
Then Kwabini said, how, Uncle Babomnani? And then he took out a phone. I think he was calling, but I don't know who he was calling. I wouldn't say as to who was there, who wasn't there. The others were already out. He kept on calling and said that they are not answering their phones.
Then
he then came in and spoke to someone. I think that person was related to accused number 4. He then said that Mzala is not answering his phone. I think he was referring to accused number 5. Then that person that Kwabini was speaking to then made a phone call, and then they answered their phone, or the one that person was calling then answered.
Yes. If you say Gadla, who are you referring to?
Accused number 3.
Yes, Muzi.
Accused number 1.
Accused number 1.
And Mafiga accused number 3.
And Mafiga accused number 3. When I looked at them, both Gadla and Muzi were carrying firearms or in possession of firearms. Mafiga was the only one who was not having a firearm.
Yes, just once again, please refer to their numbers.
Accused number 1 and accused number 3.
Accused number 1 and accused number 3.
Accused number 1
Accused number 1 was carrying a firearm of a 38 revolver.
And accused number 3 was carrying a 9mm.
Accused number 3 was in possession of a 9mm. I then inquired from Kwabini, because Kwabini was already inside the house. I then asked him about my firearm. He gave it to me. He just bent on the other side and took it and gave it to me. I then released the magazine.
Your firearm, what type of firearm was it?
It's a 9mm Z88 pistol.
9mm Z88.
Is it a personal firearm or work issued firearm?
It's a work issued firearm.
Yes.
Suspicious.
I then smelled it because I could now see that there was something suspicious inside here.
You smelled what?
If this was a hit, as Constable Zungu put it, then the question that you need to ask is, where and who is the mastermind? Why is it that the state is trying to prove to us that this was a hit, but they don't have the mastermind? You know, there's something funny about the state, right? You know, I'm going to tell you what is funny about the state, right? We were told by the people who were inside the house that look, it was a revolver was used in that robbery gone wrong. No problem. We said no, we will take that. Right. Fast forward, it appears like everything that was said by the people who were inside the house, the state comes and contradict everything. But they do that only as it suits them, when it is convenient for them to contradict like everything that was said by the witnesses inside that house. Then when it conveniently suits them, they change they change things. Let me show you this. According to the people who were in the house, it was a revolver. One had a firearm, one had a sharp object, which is a knife. And then it's only Longwe who says both of them had 2 firearms, but all of the other people are saying 1 firearm and 1 knife. Then the state come and say, revolver and 9mm, contradicting what the other people have said in the house. And then we have seen them, like there are so many instances that I need to point out. Whenever the state, whenever it suits them, they change things, right? Don't worry. I'll prove it to you right now. Are you interested to know more about all of this? And then please stick around. If you are interested, stick around. As you stick around, there's only one favor that I'm requesting from you guys, and that favor is that you subscribe, you like the video, and you do comment in the comment section below. Why do you need to do all of those nice things, good people? You need to do it because doing it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. Guys, you need to subscribe. Doing that is free of charge. So I don't want to open a case, and you know who my lawyers will be. Advocate Mnisi, Advocate Ngumala, Advocate Mshololo, Advocate Ramasipile. If you don't want to stand against these 4 advocates, please subscribe now. Watch the video until the end. Please do it now, because look, I don't have patience for people who are not subscribed. Yeah, you need to watch the ads. You need to comment now. I put it to you that you do all of these things now. Otherwise, we'll meet in court. Hey, Bazwil, leave them. Okay. So now let's go on. Let's go on a little bit. Like, remember I was telling you about whenever it suits them, they you know. Let me show you this. Remember when Moshlasho, when Mosia, when they were asked, okay, why didn't you do this? They always said, we were told by the people inside the house that this and this is like this and this is like this. So we said, no problem, we will take that. Now, they come with different people, different things. Even the people who were inside the house, they were like, why 5 people when there were 2 people inside the house? Do you see the point? So that's why I'm saying to you, whenever it suits them, they change this. But whenever it doesn't suit them, right now, they've just introduced this element to go to, okay. Guys, please note, this was a hit. All right, Tina, the public, oh, we don't have a problem. We'll take that with both hands. But who's the mastermind? Now, we'll still go through some of the things that were said by Zungu. But let me ask this question. Now it goes back to this point. You have this 5 accused in the dock. No problem. Go back to Colonel Lambastas, right? Who said there was a communication between Kelly Kumalo and this Hitmen, right? So, with that being said, go back again a little bit. There were SMSs that Kelly Kumalo sent to Zandi Kumalo saying that she will never forgive herself if she cannot get rid of Senzo Meyiwa via SMSs. Take the 2 incidents and say, there was an SMS between you and the Hitmen. Now, on the other hand, you are saying you can't forgive yourself if you can't get rid of Senzo Mewa via SMSs. 1+1. Where is Kelly Kumalo? She's no way close to this case. You know, they pushing her as far as possible from this case. No problem. If there is a hit, there must be a mastermind. Where is the mastermind? That's the question all South Africans are asking. If this was a hit, as Zungu confirmed, who is the mastermind and where is the mastermind? That's what we want to know. Now, Zungu has said some quite interesting things. I don't know if you noticed yesterday. He said, when talking about the dreadlocks, he said, no. That dreadlocks, I think it was accused number 3, if I'm not mistaken, who were dreadlocks at the time. He says, no, they were tight. But if you listen to the description given by the people who were inside the house, the Mapopolas, the Tumulos, the Mtogozis one, it's a different ball game altogether. We say, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. But here's what I heard from this man's mouth, which then made me question. He said, these people went out, but he don't know where they went to. Let it sink in. He said they went out, but he doesn't know where they went to. Later on, he heard that they were speaking about, they said that, have you heard that Mayiwa has died? Right? Later on, he said he heard, he was talking to accused number 1 who was telling him about how this thing is a troublesome to his life. No problem. But in this case, these people, what if they went to the toilet? Just because they changed jacket. You see where we're going with this. Remember, in court, assumption is not working. In court, they want evidence, not assumption. So you can't say, let's use logic. No. Do you have the evidence that they went to that family? If not, then you know what I'm saying? Bang shy to 10. God, what I know is that I know that it means I know it means that you are playing. You know what I'm saying? You know, I used to date somebody from Limpopo, so I know very well. Okay. So, there are a lot of things here that we're going to look at now. So, he doesn't know where they went to. So, they can come back and say, we went to the toilet. Like I said, in court, look, you need evidence. You don't need speculation in court. We don't need speculation. We need evidence, right? The other thing that he says, they celebrated, which then say to me, so if they celebrated, then it contradicts everything that we have been told. It was a robbery gone wrong. Mapopola, the public figure, have said it. Longo Twala have said it in an interview. This was a robbery gone wrong. So if this was a robbery gone wrong, on the other hand, you are being told that there were people who were celebrating. Look, according to Uzungu, Zungu then is saying, hey, wait, whatever Longo told you, whatever Mapopola told you, it's not the truth. The truth is, this was a hit. Again, we go back to this point. If this was a hit, who is the mastermind? Do you get it? If you don't get it, forget about it. That's what we say in South Africa. If you don't get it, forget about it. You know what I'm saying? So we're busy trying to figure out this to say, we hear Constable Zungu. We understand what you are saying. No. We don't understand what you are saying, but we hear you. But now we're going to take everything that you said and put it together and wait. But unfortunately, as we do so, we come across, or there are a lot of questions that arises. The more we listen to Zungu, the more we take what Zungu said and we put it into perspective. We actually find ourselves having to ask a lot of questions instead of instead of him giving answers. He's actually creating more questions, not only about his credibility, not only about his reputation, not only about the SAPS institution, their reputation. Like, let me keep quiet. The less I said, the better. So what Zungu said, it just created a lot of questions, and it's questions after questions after questions after questions after questions after questions. One of the questions that I really struggle with is the fact that, okay, you are a trained and a qualified member of the SAPS, right? So meaning that you know a procedure, you know how people should behave, and how criminals should how criminal activity should be reported, and all the stuff. Number one, you yourself, you are drinking and driving, right? Pela, this guy, he said it with his own mouth. Number one, hey, for this guy, beside the fact that he said he received a call at around 7:15, right? And they told them that I was going to work. Right, he goes to work at about 2 to 3. He's already out. The question that somebody was asking was, okay, so we already saw that you were with you went out with a firearm that belongs to the state. Number one. Two, were you driving the SAPS car? Because if you were driving the SAPS car, so now you've got two accounts. One, you went out with a firearm that belongs to the state, right? You drove, you whatever. Okay, let's say you didn't drive, so you went out with that firearm. So when you get there, you take the firearm, and it is not either in you, as per the laws of firearm, or it is in the safe. No, you violate that. Actually, you should be charged for that, according to the firearm law. If you have been into a firearm school, you will understand what I'm talking about. I've been there, I understand this. You should be charged for that. You broke that law. As a member of the SAPS, you are the one that arrests law breakers, but you break the law, and you confess, and you confirm that publicly that you broke the law. Took that firearm, gave it to people, they stored it in a place that it wasn't safe, no problem. Number two, you confirm that when you drove from, you got there, you consumed a lot of alcohol, and on top of that, when that alcohol was finished, you even went and buy more alcohol. Then you later confirm that you drove from Vosloorus to Tembisa. That's approximately over 50 kilometers. You drove all the way from Vosloorus to that place under the influence of alcohol, which is against the law. But then the question comes, which car were you driving? Were you driving the state car or what? You know what I'm saying? So that will that's add to a misbehavior. You misbehaved. You know what I'm saying? You put it on record. Hey, certain people. Hey, Madon. Hey, God. So when you saw this, you had, as a member of the SAPS, you ought to have behaved better. Like I said, I kept saying to you guys, being an accomplice, it's when a person knows a crime activity, but they don't report it. We as civilians, we as public, we can get arrested. Like guys, I'm saying, if I know that so and so is going to commit this crime, I've overheard them that they want to commit a crime of this nature look at this particular or this specific time, or even if I don't have the specific time, but now that I know that they are planning to commit that crime, I, look, according to the South African Constitution, I must alert the authorities that so and so they are planning things here. Can you come and check? You know what I'm saying? But here you've got a police, one that is trained to arrest criminals, law breakers. He's there with law breakers, but he's not acting. Yeah. He is even enjoying with the criminals. But as soon as he realizes that it no longer suits him, then he comes and confesses to us, and then we must take him serious. Like, what about the other accounts where you are an accomplice? All along, you kept quiet. Yeah, what are that part of being an accomplice? Pela, being an accomplice means that sometimes, even if you didn't participate, just by seeing or knowing that there is, look, if you know that Bongane is committing crime by doing something, if you don't report that, you are an accomplice. So here we've got a South African police member who comes into the stand and confess that he is an accomplice in the sense of Meiwa matter, because he saw a certain criminal behavior. Even way before that, he saw a criminal behavior that he did not report. Even after that, he should have made a statement just after that. But it shows that he enjoyed the criminal activities that was happening right there. And so he kept quiet all these years. He's like, he's quiet. Now that, hey man, the investigation is ongoing, he doesn't assist. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't assist the investigation. He's quiet. You know what I'm saying? He says nothing. Now, 31st of May or the 3rd of May, he comes back and make a statement. We're supposed to believe him. Hey, Aibo. Relax. Tina, we're just waiting. You're just watching this accomplice who has been disguised as a crucial state witness that was not on the list because his evidence is so crucial. You know what I'm saying? As crucial as it is, he is an accomplice. Now, I'm interested there. That's what I wanna That's what I wanna keep checking right now. What happened to people who knows like this guy who's a member of the South African Police Service in good and regular standing? You know what I'm saying? This guy, man, has got stories that doesn't make sense. They drew a firearm. They pointed a firearm in the window. And how did you escape that? We don't have details. How did you escape that? We don't have details. You know what I'm saying? But apart from that, yeah, I thought I needed to come back and iron up those few things. Actually, there are a lot of things that are going to come up during the cross-examination, but I thought these ones as well, I would have loved to iron up all of these points. Yeah, since I then came up and add these points. Some of them, I'm definitely sure they will come up during the cross-examination. But you and I, guys, will meet in the comment section below. But until that next video, good people, please take care.
Metro FM, it's where you're at. It's 8 minutes past 4 o'clock. Welcome. It's The Drive with Mo Flavor and Masachaba Ndlovu. We welcome you to The Drive Long. Thank you so much for responding to our invitation.
I'm actually saddened that my own people can do this to me, you know. I mean, it was a robbery gone wrong, you know. I was even the coward of the day because I actually ran out as those gunmen actually came in and requested phones and money from us. I was actually the first to stand up to try and protect everyone. I wanted to go get help, but it was late. Neighbors and everyone was sleeping. I didn't even have my phone because I left it at the house, so I couldn't call the cops. A fight broke loose inside because obviously Senzo was protecting Kelly because the guys were handling Kelly, and then that's when the guys actually released the gunshot, and then that's when the bullet killed Senzo.
So two guys come into the house, they're armed, you're not even carrying a knife or anything, or not even any weapon to defend yourself. You try to push one of them and run out of the house, and they're not even following you to check whether you're going there to your car to fetch a gun to come and shoot at them. Long way saying, but when Senzo was actually shot, I was not even inside the room, I ran out. It all happened when I was already out of the room. He was not in the house. How did he see that Senzo died trying to save Kelly?
Have you been interacting with the police? Have they called you?
Yes, we've been investigated by police. They took our phones. I went in for questioning and everything.
Which phones?
Our personal cell phones.
Oh, okay.
Yes, just
they hadn't taken them from you.
They took them from us, and then
The criminals, I mean.
No.
Okay.
They couldn't take my phone because I ran out.
ran
I had my
out.
phone in my pocket, so they didn't take my phone. But it was later, our neighbors and everyone was sleeping. I didn't even have my phone because I left it at the house, so I couldn't call the cops. They couldn't take my phone because I ran out. I had my phone in my pocket, so they didn't take my phone.